So you may wonder which game is better, Dead Island 2 or Dying Light 2? And just looking at this loading screen of Dead Island 2 should answer that question. The most important thing in a 3D zombie game should be that the intimate interaction between the player and the zombie should be slow and deliberate and highly realistic. And I think Dead Island 2 does it a lot better than Dying Light 2. But I think Dying Light 2 is a great game. It completely misses the point when it comes to zombies. And Dead Island 2 fills that. And I'm going to show you a few examples and differences between those two games, so you can see it. Let's start with player movement in Dead Island 2. Player movement is relatively slow for a 3D game, and moving backwards is much slower. Also, when you're moving your camera around, the view model, which is the hand in the weapon, it sways with some inertia, giving you a sense of mass of the weapon you're holding. And then if you look at the zombies, they actually look like real humans that turn into zombies. Instead of, like in Dying Light 2, where most zombies look like 14th century monks wearing really old rags. And when it comes to combat, there's a certain slowness and intimacy that you don't get in Dying Light, which you get here. So as you can see, I'm moving backwards. Zombies in this game are relatively slow most of the time. However, they still put you under pressure if you're backing off like this. So you have some time to react, to strategize where you want to hit the zombie, but it's putting you under pressure. And the actual combat is beautiful. Like, for example, the characters react realistically to forces that hit them and the direction of the force. It's also realistically simulated. So, for example, I'm just kicking them to get them out of the way. And they always seem to fall in the direction that you're applying the force to. And the other beautiful thing is that, unlike in Dying Light 2, zombies, sometimes they stumble, or sometimes they are able to catch them before they fall on the ground. And you can never tell as a player when it happens, because the animation blending works so well between, I think, ragdoll and canned animations. Because sometimes you hit them and it looks like as if they would stumble, but like it doesn't feel like in Dying Light 2, where zombies feel like these, how do you pronounce it in English? I think it's in water, those buoys that basically bob in the water and they have really low center of mass, so you can never really topple them. And that's how zombies feel like in Dying Light 2. You can punch them, and they always self-right again until you kill them. And when you kill a zombie in Dying Light 2, they tend to have these exaggerated ragdolls where they twirl and fly away a few meters. And this game does a lot better. So, for example, when you fight a zombie, there's just a realistic slowness to the ragdolls that makes you feel the impact. The impact feels much more realistic. Then you also have the gore system, which is like absolutely beautiful. And I think the slowness of the combat also allows you to observe the extremely detailed gore system.
Cool.
Something that you don't get in Dying Light 2. And I think yesterday I think on the evening of the release of this game, Dying Light 2 added a patch with some added gore, which is great, but you can barely see it from how fast the combat goes. Well, in this game, you can really slowly observe it as you fight a zombie. I also think the zombie face looked much more real. And simply fist fighting zombies is absolutely beautiful in this game. Because as you're fighting the zombie, they have, I think, several muscle and bone layers and skin layers, and they get damaged in combat. And it's this realistic, slow ragdolling for the most part. Because there's some heavy weapons that make them fly out away in ridiculous ways, but it's just this realistic slowness when you punch a zombie, and it just gets affected in just the right amount of force.